Hello, Park Meadows. It is me again. It's good to talk to you guys. Just a few thoughts for today to consider. One thing I've started to do to try and use quarantine or isolation to my benefit is trying to read at night. That's something I used to do quite a bit as a kid, and even as I got older into high school, I liked to do it quite a bit, and I kind of fell away from that. So I've created a reading plan for myself and decided what books to read and when. And so I kind of set it up in a way where I read a book that I kind of want to, like a book for fun, quote unquote, and then a spiritual direction books. Right now I'm reading Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, and then I do my scripture reading. And what's really nice about that is I started about an hour and a half before bed, and by the time I read and answer questions that I've written for myself and write it all down and do that stuff, it kind of shuts your brain down and your eyes get tired and you actually get a decent night's sleep. Highly recommend to anybody. So an interesting thing is the thought that came to me for a little devotion today was not from either the Bible or Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, but actually the book I'm reading for fun right now is this one. It's The Inferno by Dante, which, again, really just outs myself as a nerd, because who reads Dante for fun? But I do. I really enjoy kind of classic literature and dissecting and looking at what it means. And something really interesting happened. For those of you who don't know the story of the Inferno and kind of what goes on, basically this guy Dante wakes up in hell, right? So he wakes up and he looks around and he's like, oh no, right? But he sees kind of at the top of the hill this way out, quote, way out of hell. But it's blocked by all these beasts and things. He's trying to figure out how to get out. And so this guy named Virgil comes to him and says, hey, I'm here to help you. The way to get out is a long, hard path through purgatory, through all these challenges. And it's this great allegory of human struggle and sin. And obviously Dante was a Catholic, talking about purgatory and things like that and the Virgin Mary. But it's not, in my mind, a religious book. It was just something interesting to read. And at one point, Dante stops. He says, hey, Virgil, why did you come here to help me? And so Virgil kind of launches into the story and talks about how this lady called Beatrice had come and told him to go help Dante, right? And so Beatrice, as far as I understand, the research I've done in the kind of commentaries, I guess, on the book, is that Beatrice is actually a type or the symbol of divine love. So Beatrice comes down into hell, finds Virgil, and says, hey, you need to go help Dante get out of here. And what's really interesting is Virgil, when he sees this lady, like this heavenly being, basically come down, he says, well, what the heck? How did you brave hell? How did you get down here? This is not an ideal place. And she answers with this quote, so I'll read it for you. So she says, since what you ask, she answered me, probes near to the root of all, I will say briefly only how I have come through hell's pit without fear. Know then, O waiting and compassionate soul, that it is to fear which has the power to harm, and nothing else is fearful even in hell. I am so made by God's all-seeing mercy, your anguish does not touch me, and the flame of this great burning has no power upon me. Again, this isn't a religious book, but I found it very interesting because Beatrice basically said, because I'm made by God and protected by God, even the pits of hell have no power over me. Of course, it's more beautiful and translated from Italian to English, but the same thing applies to us, right? Not only are we originally created by God, crafted in our mother's wombs, it also says in 2 Corinthians 5:17 that we are made new. We are new creations. The old is gone, the new has come. So both we were originally created by God, and now we have been remade as children of God, as Christians. So this statement that Beatrice made as being untouchable by the pits of hell, by the ultimate power and dominion of Satan, holds true for us. Obviously, again, this isn't a religious text. I just thought it was an interesting idea because she stands there in this full confidence saying, God made me, God's protecting me, hell has no power. And that is a statement I hope that we repeat to ourselves over and over and over again. God made me, God is protecting me, even the darkest depths of hell have no power over me. Satan has nothing, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and I am a child of God. So I just thought it was interesting, a little literary lesson maybe for some people, But it was just an interesting thought that this holds true for us. We are new. We are made by God, and we are protected by God. And I'm not saying life is going to be easy, because we all know that it is not. But I'm saying even the worst things in life really have no power over us. Fear only has the power upon which, or sorry, what did she say? She said, that is to fear which has the power to harm. No real harm can come to us. The worst thing that can happen to us in this life is we die. For me, that means I wake up in heaven the next day. Doesn't seem so bad. So I hope that's encouraging. A little interesting thought from an extra biblical source. I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying well. And God bless. I'll see you later.